Alright, what is up, YouTube? Sports Vlog 98 here. Took a little bit of time off to making videos for the holiday season and whatnot, but I am back. The season outlook videos weren't getting as many views as I was hoping for, and they were also taking up a lot of time. So, probably gonna cut those out. I wouldn't expect too many more videos like that, maybe a video here and there. But I'm a Boston Celtics fan, as you can see, and this is going to be the first video of a few that I put out today. But I'm a Boston Celtics fan. And Bleacher Report put out an article the other day by Adam Fromel. He's an NBA featured columnist. It's ranking the top 30 point guards at the halfway point of this season. Number 1, Russell Westbrook. This season he's averaging 31.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 10.3 assists. I do agree that Russell Westbrook is, in fact, the top point guard right now, with number 2 being James Harden, who's not too far behind him by any means. Harden averages 28.2 points a game, 8.2 rebounds, and 11.8 assists. Next, this is where I do disagree. Chris Paul at 3. Chris Paul is averaging 17.7 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 9.8 assists. And the purpose of this video, and what I'm making it for, is that Bleacher Report ranked Isaiah Thomas as the number 11 point guard this season, which is completely way too low on the list. He's the 11th best point guard this season. Isaiah Thomas is 7th in NBA MVP voting. How can he be the 11th best point guard? Chris Paul, career-wise, is a better point guard than Isaiah Thomas. But this season, you simply cannot convince me that Chris Paul is a better point guard than Isaiah Thomas this season. So if that's what you want to title this article, that it's the best point guards at the halfway mark of the season, then Chris Paul is not your 3rd best point guard. 4, Steph Curry, 24.8 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. Again, Steph Curry, career-wise, better than Isaiah Thomas. If I'm starting a team, do I take Steph Curry over Isaiah Thomas? Most likely, yeah, I probably would. But this season, no. Curry's not the 4th best point guard this season. 5, Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, I think, is a good point guard this season. I think 5 is reasonable for him. He's averaging 22.4 points, 5 rebounds, and 7.1 assists. I do agree with his spot on this list in a sense. He is leading one of statistically the best NBA offense in NBA history. 6th, John Wall. Again, John Wall, good season, yes. Over Isaiah Thomas this season? No. Isaiah Thomas is carrying the Celtics. 7th, Kemba Walker, having a great season. Yeah, I do agree. He's averaging 23.1 points, 4.2 rebounds, 5.4 assists. He, in my opinion, is having a better season than Chris Paul. And probably, not better than Curry's season, unfortunately. But better than Chris Paul. Hell, I'm going to start getting pissed off in a second because I know number 8 is Kyrie Irving. Having a good season, yes. Belongs higher on this list. Number 9, Damian Lillard. Not having a good season so far. You can't tell me he's the 9th best point guard this season. If that's what you want to title this article, that's what this is about to me. If you want to title this article, who's the best this season, Damian Lillard is not the 9th best point guard this season. This blew my mind and pissed me right off. Mike Conley, 18.7 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and 6 assists, is your 10th best point guard. Isaiah Thomas is not better than this because we're going to go to Isaiah Thomas numbers in a second. Isaiah Thomas is averaging 28 points, 2.6 rebounds, 6.1 assists. Isaiah Thomas, actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, career-wise, fuck Mike Conley. I'll take Isaiah Thomas career-wise over Mike Conley. I'll take Isaiah Thomas career-wise over pretty much everybody else that comes after him, too. I would take him over George Hill, Eric Bledsoe, Goran Dragic, Jeff Teague, Reggie Jackson, Dennis Schroeder, D'Angelo Russell. The list goes on and on. By the way, D'Angelo Russell at 19 is a little bit low. I think D'Angelo Russell is having a much better season than other players on this list. Say, for example, hell, even Mike Conley. Fucking Mike Conley just missed like. You know, this must say somewhere in here. Doesn't say, but Mike Conley was out for a significantly long time, so I can't get behind the movement that he's having a better year than Isaiah Thomas. So that's fine. That's Bleacher Report's article about that. Let's go to NBA scoring leaders for this season. Okay. For 2016, 2017. Okay. And this will help give us some insight. Right here. Okay. If you want to tell me, okay, I know to the point guard position, there's more than scoring. But we're in a day and age where scoring is extremely pivotal out of the point guard position, as people like Rondo don't have any value anymore just because they can pass the basketball. And obviously Rondo has attitude issues, but that's besides the point. Okay. So, of all the players that we just listed before Isaiah Thomas, so that was Westbrook, Harden, Curry, son of a bitch. Westbrook, Harden, Curry. Oh, I have the article open still. This will help me. Westbrook. All right, we'll go in reverse order. Conley, Lillard, Irving, Walker, Wall, Lowry, Curry, Paul, Harden, Westbrook. So of all those players just listed, the only players that score more than Isaiah Thomas in this current season is Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and then Anthony Davis, who's obviously not a point guard. So for you to sit here and tell me that Isaiah Thomas is the 11th best point guard this season is completely unfactual. I cannot get behind that. Because then as we go down the list, we're going to see that Mike Conley isn't even on the first page, I'm pretty sure. I just did a brief scan. But Lillard is 7th this season in scoring. Curry is 11th. Kyrie Irving is 13th. Kemba Walker is 16th. John Wall is 17th. Kyle Lowry is 19th. Eric Bledsoe is 30th. I mentioned him, but he wasn't ahead of Isaiah Thomas. Mike Conley, right here, 37th this season in scoring. Also, other players you don't see on this list, Chris Paul. I know Chris Paul is on the team mainly for his ability to pass the basketball, but he's a scorer too. He's out of his prime. Like, simply just Chris Paul isn't as good as he once was. He's on the decline. Isaiah Thomas, for you to sit here and tell me he's the 11th best point guard this season is a load of bullshit. And Isaiah Thomas, just look at his stats this year. His points per game has actually gone up since that article was written. He's at 28.2 now. I think he was at 28 before that. Shoots 90% from the free throw line, which is one of the higher percentages on here. Shoots 37% from 3, which is only 2% lower than Steph Curry. Personally, too, Isaiah Thomas is a completely underrated player, and I think this Bleacher Report article has simply fueled the fire for him, ranking him as the 11th best point guard this season. This isn't even like a bias. Like, I'm backing my opinion up with sheer cut facts. Solid factual statements about Isaiah Thomas this season. Okay? You cannot sit here and tell me that he is the 11th best point guard this season. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm going to have a few more videos today, so peace.